I'm Abby,
And I'm Anna.
and this is Serious Beef.
Welcome. We have returned.
We're back.
We survived the consumption.
Some of us,
Maybe.
some of us weathered it better than others.
Wow. I felt very old this past couple of weeks being so sick, really, for the first time. I've been fighting the old age.
Sick for the first
No,
time.
I felt old for the first time. In my mind, I'm not old, right? I can still do everything I used to be able to do when I was young. And sometimes my body tells me I'm not. These past 2 weeks, my body told me.
My body tells
you
me
are
no,
super old.
but I won't quit.
I'm like, no, I don't believe it. So, yeah, but I am returning to the land
Dark
of the
side.
living.
Oh,
No, I'm always on the dark side. Come on.
that's the paw.
That's the ball. You're right.
Get that guy in here.
So we're back. We apologize to everyone
Well-
who missed us this past week.
It's true.
It was my fault. I was still hacking and coughing.
I was also tired. I just didn't want. I just didn't want to be here.
She was
That's not
sick
true.
and tired.
That's not true. Well, our beef this week, I think it's really more, everybody had beef with us.
Mhm,
I mean, if you check the Facebook comments, people were unhappy.
Rightfully so.
That's
we
true.
accept your beef
What did-
gracefully.
What did you say on the thing? What kind of,
You're gonna the slipshod Mickey Mouse organization they run in here.
it's true. M did, volunteer to be on the podcast by phone call though.
Okay,
She's
okay.
always on call if needed now.
Excellent.
Which is excellent. Yeah, so our beef this week is that everybody had beef with us for skipping last week. We're sorry.
We feel your beef.
And-
that sounds terrible.
We're not feeling any beef at all.
We will not feel your beef.
We're not going to feel anyone's
We
beef.
feel your pain. We understand your beef. That's probably better. How about that? We understand your beef. We were upset with ourselves, actually.
Sure.
I was, because I didn't realize we didn't have one in reserve. And the next morning I see the post that says,
I said,
sorry. And my head was in a fog for 2 weeks. Are you kidding
and then
me?
you're like, well, why didn't we just record on Tuesday? I was like, how are we going to record? And then I edit the whole thing and get it live by Wednesday
Gee whiz,
morning.
Abby, you're a superwoman. You're supposed to stay up all night,
yeah.
get it
Well,
edited and posted.
listen, some of our listeners were more affected than others.
It's true. It's true.
I sent out a text to one of our listeners who isn't on Facebook and obviously did not see the Facebook post. So Jack is who I had texted. I texted Jack and let him know. I texted him, just want to give you a direct apology for not being able to get an episode out this week. He sends me back. This is the photo, by the way. This is the photo he sends me.
We will have to post that
We'll have to post
next week.
this photo.
God.
It's a stock image of an older woman in like a neon outfit.
Not just one neon color. Three.
Like three,
Yeah.
yellow and pink and orange, yeah, with a orange purse and a pink and a yellow
And
bag.
her white hair. Yeah, she's
White hair, got
she
the
really stands out.
Yeah, she's working
She
it.
has a sense of style there.
Well, Jack responded, "It's not me you should apologize to. It's Gertie Marconi."
Gertie Marconi.
Gertie Marconi, a World War II vet who volunteers at her local humane society. She's your #1 fan. Her heart broke listening to you call The Shape of Water, quote, weird. In parentheses, he includes, she played the sea creature in the tastefully done love scene.
She played the tastefully done secret.
And yet, and then we called it weird, and yet she still sits next to her old phonograph patiently every Wednesday waiting for your show. How dare you? So
Oh no!
I did text him back and let him know deepest apologies to Gertie.
Please send our deepest apologies to Gertie.
I didn't realize our audience had grown so much and was so popular with World War II veterans who also act as creature sex scene stand-ins. I wasn't aware.
My God. Amazing. We had no idea. So we had such a diverse fan base.
I know.
Wow.
Listener, there's more than one of you.
Yeah. Stand in weird movie sex scenes.
No, just there's more than one of you.
There's more than one listener. Okay, I was like, clarify, Abby. I mean,
I don't think I needed to.
they could. we needed to verify. Now I sound like my sister.
Well,
well,
so-
you know what? Hey, thanks, Gertie, for listening.
Thanks, Gertie Marconi.
Thanks for shout
He
out to Gertie.
he also had sent me the picture of like the sleazy car salesman
Oh yeah.
that was like abs baby. I love the podcast. It was trying to get me to promote whatever scheme he had come up with. So
okay.
that was pretty good. Our listener base is pretty diverse. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
But
He's getting a lot today because he also had some points that I haven't been on in a minute. And
it's true.
oh,
It's true.
remember, you said
that's
you were
true.
about that.
That's true. They said, actually, I gotta go back. Listen, this podcast apparently is just gonna be all of
It's just gonna be all over the
messages
place.
that me and Jack
we
sent
shared
back
from,
and forth.
from Jack. Yeah,
Good old
about-
Jack. He said it was like 11 p.m. Ashley's missing too many podcasts. I hope she's getting written up or something. Or some shit
We're
on
gonna
God.
take that out of your pay.
Yeah.
When y'all were sick, I needed to stay as
Oh,
far away
it's
as
true.
possible.
It's
You
true.
missed too many before that,
It's
though.
Yes,
true.
that is true. But the
No.
sickness, I stayed away.
He said, I hope she's getting written up or some shit on God for real. I said,
Oh my God.
I told him that I would let you know. And then he said, yes, please let her know her absences aren't going unnoticed. This podcast thrives off of, and he put little sparkle emojis around this star power.
Ashley's our
Star power.
He said,
Wow.
And he goes, it's like you and your mom are Conan O'Brien and Ashley's Andy Richter.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay.
So-
well, thanks, Andy, for being here today.
Thanks, Andy.
We appreciate it.
you know, that's why I'm here.
Yep.
To fill the star power, the lacklusterness of this
Oh
group.
my. Well, you know what? I didn't think anybody would even notice we hadn't posted a podcast this week. So you know what? I'm gonna feel pretty good. People miss stuff.
It was the social media post that has the most engagement.
It is. So it's noted when we're not there. So
We're
that's
not
pretty
there.
good. That's
Yeah,
pretty good,
thanks.
right?
Thanks, y'all.
All right.
But yeah, no, I had also mentioned that not a single guest has actually listened to the podcast. So maybe we can't have Emily on. That would kind of break our friend.
Listened.
You're not a guest. You're a host.
Yeah, that's true.
You're a permanent fixture.
Yeah.
Even when you're not here, we still talk about you.
Yes. We always
Always say-
Ashley, our everything.
Ashley, our everything.
Not here today. Beach.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, listener.
Sorry,
Did
listener.
you know I
Andy
had
Richter.
someone believe that Conan O'Brien was my uncle for 2 years?
No, they didn't believe that.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they didn't just like, oh, I'm going to believe that Conan
Well,
O'Brien.
You
wait,
told them, I guess. Huh?
Well, they were really big fans of Conan O'Brien. They found out my last name was O'Brien. And they were like, oh my God, do you know Conan? And I said, you mean the late night host? They're like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he's my uncle.
So she had this person
And
going.
so for 2 years, I had this person believing that Conan O'Brien was my uncle.
Oh my God, Ash, that's hilarious.
Because, you know, all O'Briens know each other.
Do you know what I learned today? Get this one. Did you know that Pink's husband, the singer Pink, who
Yeah.
her husband is from O'Fallon, Illinois.
What?
Carrie Hart
Is from O'Fallon, Illinois. So
I can find Pink maybe if she comes and visits? Is he a family?
yes, because his brother, so her brother-in-law, I guess, went to school with one of the loan officers I work with's wife, and
We're so close.
yeah,
We're so close.
and she's like, oh yeah, Pink, he'll tell her like, oh yeah, Pink was home for Christmas. What? Clearly you didn't know this by the look on your face.
I did not.
But I learned that today.
That's wild and wacky stuff.
I found that out
That's
today.
insane. Okay.
Yeah, the loan officer that I'm
having
work
an
with.
internal like freak out.
Right,
Like,
right.
My all time like
Favorite-
favorite.
You're
musician.
Taylor Swift's
Yeah.
brother-in-law.
Not only that, like she is the idol. Like
Mm-hmm.
love everything she does. Her her personality, everything. And I'm just like, you mean you go to O'Fallon, Illinois?
Maybe she has a library card.
No, she's not. She's not.
I gotta get one.
It
She's not a resident.
definitely is for just Christmas and
Yeah,
holidays.
yeah, it's
probably.
holidays and stuff. But yeah, like they're like her husband's friends. Like when she comes to town, he'll get them, bring them to concerts and stuff. You know, get like backstage passes and everything. He tells
Gas.
So the loan officer I work with, his wife grew up in O'Fallon and everything. So yeah, went to high school in O'Fallon. So yeah, she's like went to school with his brother. Yeah, I'm like,
Small world.
are you kidding with me? What? I had no idea. I didn't know
I
this.
didn't know she was tied to this area. That means I'm that much closer to becoming friends.
Legit.
Well,
So this is taking a turn.
it has. But back on
But
track.
I
a little
just
bit.
literally just learned that today, and I was just as shocked as you were. I was like, what? Like, I didn't know.
I can't believe we held on to
Alicia
that.
Moore. Man.
Uh huh. Yeah. So who knew?
Well, back on track a little bit after now that we've apologized to Gertie.
Yeah.
And everybody. Listen, we have no shortage of beef, right? We're pissed about everything all the time.
Yep. I got a list of
Easy.
people who pissed
I
me off.
have a list of beefs
That's true.
that to discuss in the future. However, that being said, listeners, I'm gonna going forward. We're gonna have a little. Not sometimes we have a poll on the Spotify. You know where you can vote on things.
We do. I think Abby and I are the only ones that vote. You know,
Typically,
it's there.
you know what? Kate votes sometimes.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Kate votes
Thanks,
sometimes.
Kate.
Shep, thanks. Appreciate you. I'll include a questionnaire that you can write in submissions, and it'll just be titled, "What's your beef?"
There you go.
And we'll, if they're funny enough, don't be sending lame fucking beefs. Okay?
But
if
we have a
they're-
beef with your husband because he doesn't put his clothes in the hamper. Nobody's husband does that.
Don't
That's
have-
not funny.
Don't have a beef with your husband listening to sleep sounds. Oh, what time? Wayne just walked in.
Oh no, he's right
Oh
behind
no,
me.
he's right behind me, isn't he?
That's the fire.
Okay, so
go ahead.
you can send in your beef and we'll read some
There
of
you
them.
go.
We'll read
There
some
you
of the beefs if they're good enough.
If you're lucky,
You make the
your
cut.
beef just might make it on the podcast.
Yep.
No
Uh,
promises.
So I would say this was our first listener write-in beef because it was.
We've
we
done
were
it to
the
ourselves.
biggest- Yeah, it was
we
us.
did it to ourselves.
Listen, I'm pretty sure because Anna, you're about to talk about
I'm
the
so sorry.
consumption. You're about to talk about the consumption. I think we already talked about this because you opened up the napkin.
We did talk about it, but I gotta tell you, my beef is with Mucus D.
Okay.
Which is the generic of Mucinix D. If
Which
you
is
didn't
great.
know. Which usually I like. But this time I was.
I would say definitely. Hopefully.
Well, yeah, decongest it. You think, it's gonna help with the symptoms. But no, I was coughing like a fool. I was here at the Fox. We're seeing Moulin Rouge, right? Great show.
Great
Coughing-
show.
Coughing my full head off, right?
Mhm.
I read the box later and realize it's an expectorant.
Expectorant.
And an expectorant makes you cough.
It sure does.
So I was really irritated because I would not have taken that if I had known it was going to make me cough.
It's true.
So we're in the show trying to watch a woman die of consumption while I am coughing into the Fox napkins.
I
It has-
know.
I don't know if you know what the Fox logo looks like, but it's red on the napkin, right? And in the show, she coughs, and then, the napkin falls right and you see the blood. Oh, no.
And they go, consumption.
Consumption junction. That song being good, but that's not the song. Anyway.
Consumption junction.
What's your function? I'm coughing, and I cough into the napkin, and I know that you're sitting directly behind me, so I hold the napkin over my shoulder and I open it up so that you can see the red logo. And so then I'm like, I'm sick as a dog, and I'm still cracking jokes in the box in the middle of the show.
It's true.
So now I'm trying to not laugh.
Well, we were going to talk about the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once because Ashley and I watched that earlier this week. It was great. We loved it, actually.
I want to watch it. You haven't given me enough time.
I
didn't have enough notice.
It was Tuesday.
And today is Friday.
That's
And you didn't have a
Tuesday night, Wednesday night,
Thursday night. You didn't have D&D Thursday. You didn't have anything going on Wednesday. And you watched your Chinese drama.
Korean.
No,
No,
actually
it's
is-
Chinese.
It is a C,
Oh,
it is a
okay.
C drama.
She does
on
watch
Prime.
some Korean
I
dramas.
am not just exclusive to Korean. I'll watch a Japanese one. I'll watch a Korean. I'll watch
I just thought you
the
guys
French
were
one. You saw.
watching
I'll watch it.
Korean dramas for
Right.
a bit.
Oh, we did.
They
yeah,
did.
we
They
mixed it
did.
up.
But the
We mixed
one
it up.
Olivia was saying earlier.
It doesn't bother me to read subtitles. I don't care. I'll read subtitles. So I
Indeed.
don't care what language it's in.
But earlier we were talking. Olivia was saying that you were watching your Chinese drama. So interesting. You didn't watch Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You know what? I'll be honest with you.
And I
I
know
forgot.
and I know that you have access to Netflix right now
I do.
because Olivia's been watching Bridgerton.
And we watched okay. I didn't watch Everything Everywhere All Around the World. Is that what it is?
Everything everywhere all at once.
Oh, it's the around the world in 8
Around
days.
the world.
Around the world.
I thought it was all around the world. I'm sorry. That would work too. I don't know.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Okay, never mind.
You would know if you'd seen the movie.
I'll be honest with you. I couldn't watch it last night. I will admit freely, my bad. Totally forgot. You should have texted me and reminded me.
You know what? I'm already editing. I'm coming up with the ideas. I'm the talent. I'm setting up
She's
equipment.
the talent.
According to Jack, I'm the talent.
Okay,
You're
well,
you're
Jack,
the star. You're the star.
star power,
Sorry.
Well,
sorry,
Jack-
Sorry.
doesn't follow the Facebook, which I also run. So
Right.
I think that I'm allowed to not have to text you about watching. You had one thing. You had one job.
I did have one job, and I should have put it in my notes app. I have my serious beef.
When we talked
notes
about
app,
this.
and I didn't. It's my fault. I'm admitting fault. I am 100%.
Good. I'm glad.
I should have put it in my notes app. So it. You know what? Let me put it in right now. We'll talk about it next time. To the notes app. Here we go.
Well, we won't talk about it next time, but we'll talk about it eventually.
We'll talk about it eventually. Let's put it down for leftovers.
Got it.
Got it.
Leftovers.
Everything, everywhere, all around the world. Got it. I've seen like a commercial for it or whatever, and it looks very good.
It's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Not weird. It's
It's
just
kinda trippy.
No, it is kind of a little bit, but it's
it's
good.
out there,
weird,
right?
But it's goofy.
It won. It like swept
Swept
at the
it.
Oscars. Yeah, and the Academy Awards. The listeners know that story now.
They do.
You're in on it. Well, listeners, we won't talk about it on this podcast. We won't be talking it on the next episode.
So if you don't want any spoilers, you better watch it
So
too.
you've got at least 2 weeks.
Put it in your notes app.
You've got at least 2 weeks to watch everything everywhere
really
all
is
at once.
a wonderful.
It really is great.
Awesome. Okay.
It
looking
really
forward
is.
to it.
I think when again, we're not going to talk about the movie, anything that happens or anything like that. But when it ended, I said to Ash that I really liked it, and I was like, I'm actually really glad that this is what swept at the Oscars, because the Oscars, I feel like always tends to do the trend of like sad, very serious, or like heart-wrenching movies
Typical tragic.
that are
drama.
tragic dramas.
Right.
That's what wins, and this is not that. This is definitely like a really like wonderful story,
Awesome.
but it also doesn't take itself too seriously. Like we laughed out loud multiple times.
well,
It's
even
very
better. I
funny.
love that.
There was a whole part with Jenny Slate, who's in it.
Jenny Slate briefly is in it. Yeah, she's not like a
What is
big.
Mona Lisa in Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
love her.
was in it. Like
Yeah, she's
she's not like a main character. or
No.
anything.
Sure, but she has a
But
cameo.
there's
whatever.
a scene when you watch it.
We were dying.
I was crying.
I want to watch it with them.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have to watch it with you.
Crying because of
So
how
we squeeze
funny
it
it
in
was.
this weekend. Oh no, we'll see.
We'll find out.
Okay, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
All right.
So that was.
All right. So that's on my list.
It's
I've
really
got it.
good.
I've
It's
got it.
really good.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. So, eventually, I would consider that like a sci-fi movie.
Yes.
The plot and the premise and all that kind of stuff, definitely very sci-fi. And so,
And it's definitely a movie, not a series, right?
yeah, no,
Oh,
it's,
duh,
it's a
yeah,
movie.
duh, one Oscar. Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, but it's also not. There's no like sequel or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to talk about maybe some sci-fi movies or some sci-fi adjacent stuff today.
Okay, cool.
Now I will pause this real quick. Secret sauce.
Okay. What is it?
The secret sauce is hot mustard. Thanks, Wayne.
Thanks,
for
Wayne.
The hot mustard.
Loves
Which
the hot mustard.
I don't know if Wayne listens to the podcast or
He
not.
does not.
But he had me show him how to follow us on the YouTube so that he could listen. He said, "Remember
He
this?
did not. Really?
You were there."
Oh, I forgot.
Or she's sick.
No, it was at Buffalo Wild
I'm
Wings
pretty
during
sure-
the
I'm pretty
football
sure I said-
draft.
I'm pretty sure it's like I should grab onto that.
All right, secret sauce.
Okay,
we
secret
said
sauce.
it. We said it.
We said
We
it.
said it. Good luck.
We got it. Check mark next to that.
Well, I had called you. This was actually a phone call. Ash and Ash really likes to listen to 105.7 The Point, the radio
Right.
station. And I almost said radio show. It's actually an entire station.
Okay.
And-
Specifically, like. Okay, never.
Is it a morning show?
Yeah, no, it's the Rizzuto show.
Yeah, the
in the morning.
Rizzuto show.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
You were the
Yeah,
The
the 105.7 The Point isn't.
no.
Yeah.
You got a T-shirt.
I was the Riz show of the week. Yeah.
oh, because you're a big fan.
Riz team member of the
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't listen to radio anymore because I literally have a 2-minute drive to work.
Yeah.
And so I used to, I would drive to work, I'd have
when I was
have
working
radio
out
on,
in
yeah.
Maryland Heights and
Right.
had an hour
you would turn it on and
drive
listen.
there,
yeah.
hour drive back, that's what I would listen to all the time.
Right.
And sometimes when we're getting up in the morning, whatever, if we have to go somewhere, or whatever,
You
we'll
can
have it
turn it
on.
on.
Or they do record it,
You
and then they
can
would
find it,
post
yeah,
it
that's
live.
true.
Yeah, that's
They
how
actually
I-
post it live on YouTube, like while
That's
it's
true.
going on. So
Ooh, I
But
bet
it's
I could-
also on a podcast.
I bet I
Like,
could go
they're the
find-
number one podcast. in
Oh,
Missouri,
they actually,
Illinois.
their show is a podcast?
Mhm.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you can listen that way too. I bet we could find Delilah.
freaking love Delilah. I love her.
I bet we could find
Dream guest for the podcast,
Legit.
Delilah.
Delilah, if you're listening, come on our show.
I
Name
can't.
Delilah.
Delilah, if you're listening, why? Just a quick question.
We love
We're sorry.
your show.
But they had found that the Rolling Stones had done the Rolling Stone magazine.
Rolling Stone
Not-
magazine.
not the
Rolling
band.
Stones.
Not Mick Jagger.
Not Mick Jagger
No,
personally.
had put together the top 15. It actually may be more than that, but the top sci-fi movies of all time. But I only wrote down the top 15 because that's all I really.
Now you know
have
how
time
I
for.
feel about Rolling Stones lists.
Now the listeners actually don't know because one of the very first there's 2 podcasts that we recorded
You're
that have never
right.
seen the light of day, and I don't even know that we have the audio for them anymore
If
because
we scrapped them.
this was before we had the good mics and the audio was not good and all this.
Plus that podcast wasn't funny. It wasn't funny because we were so
I don't know. It
worked
was a
up.
little. It was
I don't know. We were so worked up. Rolling Stone magazine put out the top
best
Disney movies,
of all
Disney
time.
animated movies, not like Pixar or
Yeah.
anything. It had to be like from Disney Studios,
Yes,
and it was so terrible.
It-
And we were so worked up about
we
it.
were.
And it
Barry. I
yeah.
wrote
It was
down
absolutely
Barry.
horrible.
Even Ash agrees with us, and Ash doesn't always agree with us. She likes to play devil's advocate, I think, too.
Should we say?
Just-
Should we
100%.
say? What
And there's
the-
nothing wrong with that. You should have somebody have sometimes a voice of reason in there, but just for discussion's sake. But yeah, number one, we were so shocked at number
Should
one.
we say what number 1
yes?
was?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're okay.
Don't even bother looking at this list. We'll tell
No,
you.
actually, do bother going and looking at the
And
list
then
because it's hilarious.
Thumbs down it and
Yeah, thumbs down
Well-
it and tell them to
no, don't go.
learn how to make a list.
I'm gonna have to go back and find it, and maybe that'll be like if we ever have to skip again, I will put together maybe some clips if I can from this podcast
Of our outrage
just something
from that podcast.
because we had I had seen the list, and then I had been like speechless.
Yeah, and you didn't tell me.
I couldn't.
Yeah, me
I
and Abby
I was
saw
right.
it beforehand.
I
and then
was
we're gonna
like,
tell you.
I thought looking through the list that I couldn't get madder than I was because like I just was insulted. But then it got to number 1,
Right.
and I was flabbergasted.
Right,
I've never
Honestly,
truly been
I've-
flabbergasted before.
I've talked to multiple friends who are big Disney fans
Mm-hmm.
and was like, I guarantee you will never guess what number 1 is on this
No.
list. None of them
No,
were
you
able to
never
guess.
guessed. I didn't guess. it.
Like,
I did ask. I wrote this
love
down.
Disney. I love every Disney movie
I wrote-
except for this one.
Mhm.
And I mean, I will. It'd be as old. Doesn't matter how old I get. Always excited when a new Disney movie comes out. I can't. I don't. We've always loved Disney movies.
Well, So we had asked you.
but this is not one of them. I'm
No,
sorry.
now we had asked you going in to give us 5 movies that you thought. What do you think number 1 is? Because we were like, guess. Go ahead and guess. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
We're like, you won't. All right, so I have this written down.
And you wrote it down. Okay.
Yeah, well, I had a whole spread. If you recall, I had a whole not a spreadsheet.
Well,
I had a whole
I was like,
Word doc. I love a good spreadsheet. But no, I had a good Word doc that I had color coded things and whatnot so that I knew where to specifically be angry. But your guesses for the best Disney animated movies of
Number
all time
1. Okay.
were Mulan,
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's the best.
The Lion King,
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid,
Mhm.
Beauty and the Beast, and then you had said 2 for number 4. You had said Tangled or The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So technically, you gave us 6. You were throwing out. We were just throwing
I
out.
was gonna say.
that was when we
I don't think I would have put that
basically
there. 'Cause
said,
I would have put
okay,
Sleeping Beauty. I think before that.
all of these
Okay.
don't like think of something obscure and that
Oh,
you would
obscure.
Not, and
Okay,
so
okay.
you were like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay.
Now, listener, It's none of these. And also, listener, we are going to get to the sci-fi movies, I swear. But
Yeah, sidebar. Disney
sidebar, Barry is the name of the guy who put this list together. Barry doesn't know shit.
Barry doesn't know shit about Disney.
Barry doesn't know.
I'm like, are you
Barry
serious?
doesn't like Disney.
The animation in Mulan is incredible. Even if you just want to talk animation, period, Sleeping Beauty's animation
Yep.
is incredible.
Well,
I mean,
how they did that?
they
They painted
painted, yeah.
on glass screens and then put the camera above it and layered the different things
beautiful.
to get the depth so
Yeah.
that when they panned in, it looked like you were going in to a scene. And all it is different
Layers
coats
of
of glass,
glass.
and plexiglass and,
And
stuff.
gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
And they still have them. They're
Yeah.
in a temperature controlled like
Oh, thank God.
thing
Jeez.
below I think it's Disney World.
I think it is.
Yeah, but there's like a whole temperature
Are
controlled
you
like room where
serious?
all of the original like paintings and glass pieces and plexiglass is all kept, and only like a certain group of people can get in there. And if you handle anything, you have to use white gloves.
Sure.
And
Wow.
they stole the Declaration of
Yes.
Independence.
They stole the Declaration of Independence.
They
Okay.
knew because it was run by Disney.
Yes, that was Disney, right?
That's hilarious.
But,
oh
anyway,
my God. Yeah, I'm like,
the
you just
name
go
of-
animation alone. Come on.
The name of that episode was gonna be Barry Made the List. Was what we had written down, but that episode
That's
was then
true.
scrapped. So listener, it's none of those movies. It's not what Mulan, Lion King, Little Mermaid, Tangled, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Beauty and the Beast. None of those.
Pick your favorite. What would you say?
I would have probably said the Lion
You would
King.
have said Lion King. 100%.
I think it would-
know,
yeah.
hands down, you would have.
Just an early '90s kid, it
Yeah.
would have been Lion King.
Yeah,
It's one of their most successful as
Yeah.
well. I mean,
for sure.
It's like everyone's like Lion King. Everyone knows it.
it's one of the most iconic
I
Disney
mean,
Yeah.
movies.
I definitely would have said Mulan, but that's my favorite. So,
Right, I love Mulan.
Yeah, that's
No.
me. Everybody has their opinion.
And here's the thing: is that I remember this.
but
so
I know
vividly.
no one who would have picked the number one
know.
he picked.
Well,
Barry's the only one that would have picked it.
Barry, yeah. Well, here's the thing: Mulan and Lion King don't even make top 10
I'm
Yeah.
so
or
offended.
the top 15. I think. I
it was absurd.
stunned.
Absolutely absurd.
Now, The Great Mouse Detective made the top 10, which was
is
I love that movie.
one of my
but
favorites.
I
but-
don't think it should be there.
No.
I love that movie. What are we doing?
Literally, this guy was like, "What are the movies that no one really likes, and let's put them in the top 10."
So the number one movie was Bambi.
I literally gasped when you said
Bambi.
Bambi.
no.
Let that sink in. Bambi.
I'm still upset about that.
I'm gonna have to
choice.
go back and find it because
You know what? I want to find that hunter, and I want to have him. I'm gonna pay him to go
I'm gonna
find
find Barry.
I'm Barry.
And
See
you
how
know
you
that
like-
Hunter's effective.
Yes.
He is. You see how you like it, Barry. Put a bullet in your ass. Don't
Well,
think.
Barry was like, it was a masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
Like, and the storytelling, the fact that like they killed off. It was the one time they killed off a character and whatever. And I was like, it was a deer. First off,
First of all.
Also-
never
and
said a single
Disney has
word.
killed off every single mother or father in
Yes.
every movie.
And then he was like, just the emotional dichotomy of things, and I was like, dude, you are
Shut
reading
up.
into
No.
this way too much.
You know what? And you know what? Let's keep this in mind. That this person who works for Rolling Stone, that they chose Bambi for the number one on this list because I think it will speak volumes to what is on the goddamn sci-fi movies.
Oh, here we
list.
go. Okay. Good
Okay,
transition.
this is actually a
Good
great transition.
transition.
I know, I'm the best.
We love sci-fi movies, and yeah, hit me with a really good sci-fi.
What's
movie.
your what
Love
would you
it.
say your favorite sci-fi
Oh,
movie is?
man. I'm gonna tell you. I might have said The Martian before I saw Godzilla -1.
I love Godzilla. I
And
think it's
then I
got to be
saw
Godzilla.
-1,
That's
and
great.
I was absolutely blown away. But obviously, lifelong fan of Godzilla movies. Love them as a kid. My parents, that was like whatever was on, pop the popcorn. We were all in together, about all my
Yeah.
siblings, and we love watching Godzilla movies. That movie just blew me away.
Won an Oscar. So happy.
It did. You're right.
So happy
and
for
an
them.
Academy Award. So yeah, her face. So I gotta say that's probably my new number one.
It's pretty good. Ashley?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a really soft spot in my heart for The Fifth Element.
Oh yeah.
True.
It's which is a great movie. Wayne loves
It's
that
a
movie.
weird movie, but the opera singer, the
That's
blue
fun.
opera singer,
Yeah.
and Bruce Willis,
Yep.
and they're all just fantastic.
It's a great movie.
You probably
Not Kate. It's not Kate Beckinsale. No.
No, what is her? Who plays?
I have no
I
idea.
can't think of it.
I just know you
Google.
both grab your phones to go
Google.
look.
Yeah.
I just know you may have been the one that told me this, or maybe I'd seen it somewhere. I don't know if you know this. So the opera singer in that movie, she, the guy who wrote the song that she sings is completely like original song that
Oh,
she
legit.
sings on there. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a guy who wrote it, like composer or whatever
For the movie.
for the movie.
Okay.
He writes this and he's like, I want it to be this like otherworldly kind of thing. Where she's an alien. Da da da.
Sure, yeah.
So he wrote what he considered to be a song that would be impossible to sing.
By like
For
a human.
Human.
A human
Okay.
to
Right.
sing.
Understood.
And they're like, do the best you can. We know that this is going to be pretty much this is going to be impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
And we will auto tune and whatnot
Make
and
it
fill
sound
it
how
in.
they want it. Sure.
And I think she only couldn't do like two things. This opera
Wow.
singer was
She killed it.
she.
So is the woman who played the part really singing
Yes.
the song? Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's. I mean,
I didn't know
that's her only real part in it.
That's
She's
cool.
not
Sure.
doesn't do a ton of, but yeah, no, the woman who is the act, and they only had to auto tune like two things. The guy was like, yeah, I don't know how she did it because this was supposed to be impossible to sing.
That's crazy.
So I thought that was really
that's a cool
fun.
fact.
Right.
Yeah, fun fact. Thank
Yeah.
you. Awesome.
Gosh, I just had it. Mila Jovovic.
Oh, okay.
Jovovic.
Oh,
Jovovic.
so that's who played the part.
She
sang-
plays
she's-
Lilu.
And she sang it? Oh, no, she
No,
plays
she
Lilu.
plays
She plays the main
Lilu.
character, main
Yeah.
lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah, she was awesome. I love that. I love that movie too. I agree.
It's a weird one,
But it's
just-
fun. Okay, back to sci-fi.
all right. So, I think so. Godzilla minus
Godzilla
one.
must be fame.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had.
I love
another
space
one.
movies, so
But of course, I love Star Wars.
yeah, I love
You know,
that kind of movie as well.
that's
Actually, Star Wars
great.
is amazing.
Not a sci-fi, but I know you love Apollo 13.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
But I don't think that would be sci-fi.
No, it's
That's
not,
real.
because
But
it's
something
real.
like The
It's real.
Martian or The Edge of Tomorrow, like that's
Twister.
Oh, I love The Edge of Tomorrow. Well, that's for natural disaster.
It's science fiction.
I
They
mean,
blew it up.
Geostorm is considered
That Geostorm would definitely be.
is considered sci-fi, but that's also considered a natural disaster movie.
Because they can cross over.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Okay, so Rolling Stone put out a list, and we know how we feel about Rolling Stone's list.
Right. So here's the top 15. This is what I wrote down.
Okay.
Number 15 is Edge of Tomorrow.
You know that is on my list.
Is
Edge of Tomorrow. I love that movie. It's so awesome.
I can't say that I've ever seen that one.
Isn't
It's
that
Emily
Tom Cruise
Blunt.
and Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt is so amazing in the movie. Tom Cruise, it's so great. He keeps waking up and reliving the day, and the aliens are invading.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have seen this.
It's so
Emily Blunt is
great.
very hot in this movie.
She's
very
so hot.
Well,
she absolutely
She's
is.
gorgeous, but she's also amazing. It's such. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I don't know why. It was such a surprise for me, but I ended up loving it. So very cool. It's literally I literally have it written down as one of my faves.
Arrival is number 14.
Oh,
It's
no, you told me
actually a
about
really
that.
good movie.
You told me about. You told
Amy
me about-
Adams,
I hate aliens.
Yeah, and I know you have a deep
Jeremy
fear.
Renner, and Amy Adams, and there's aliens, and that movie was known. Really, it got really big at the time when it was in theaters because it had like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and
Yeah.
and
Oh,
it
wow.
and it held it for like weeks,
Wow.
Yeah.
and no
You
other
know,
movie had ever done that.
You recommended that movie for me, and I have it on my movie
Yeah.
recommendation.
It's very
No.
good.
It's actually really good.
to watch.
We-
yeah.
we
and
were
I
living
haven't watched
in-
it yet, of course.
We were living in Carbondale at the time when we were both going to school, and there's nothing to do in Carbondale other than to go to the movies.
This is true.
And so that's what we did. We did like a date night. We went to whatever movie theaters down there and saw it. And we were like, oh, like that was really good.
Yeah,
like,
really good. Awesome.
so highly recommend that.
Okay,
I'm,
so far I'm okay with this list. What else? What do we got?
13 is The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Never heard of it.
Don't know it.
I know this one. I think I've seen this. I gotta look it up.
I will continue on.
Go while I look.
Number 12 is The Day the Earth Stood Still.
What's that one? I think I recognize that too.
I only have these written down in orange ink in this notebook. That's the full extent of the information I can give you about these.
The Man Who Fell to Earth is also like an alien.
The Day the Earth Stood Still has Keanu Reeves and Jennifer Connelly in it, and Kathy Bates.
Have you seen this?
No, I'm looking at it. I'm
Okay.
just looking it up. Oh,
Which
and
one?
Jaden Smith.
Which
The
one?
Day the Earth Stood Still. Oh, okay. This is a remake of the 1951 classic.
Oh, I'm unclear on whether or not they put the original or the remake.
I was like, I have not heard of this.
Oh, The Man Who Fell to Earth was also made in 1970. Is this the one from 1976?
Probably.
Oh, that's old.
So that was
Is
that
that
one.
David Bowie?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't
yes.
know. I don't know this
Yes.
movie then.
He's an alien. David Bowie plays like an alien
Yeah,
who
he's a
comes to Earth.
Child.
An alien must pose as a human to save his dying planet, but a woman of greed of other men create complications. I think it means and other men create complications. David Bowie. I've never seen that. I'm thinking, is Keanu Reeves the one you're talking about? The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Mhm.
He's an alien too, isn't he?
It's an alien comes to the planet and tells them that they have to live peacefully,
Yeah.
or the other planets will destroy
That
it.
one I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one I've seen. It's you know, I think it. I mean, I love Keanu Reeves. Who doesn't?
Well, there's
I
don't know if it's the new one or if it's an older, like there's a
that's true.
1951 one.
Okay. So
So,
the
but
Keanu
that
Reeves
one-
one is a remake.
Yeah, there's a 2008
Okay.
remake.
If it's an old one, then I don't know it. But I've seen it. I've seen the Keanu Reeves one, and I don't think I would put it above the other ones she said so far. So. Okay.
I did find the list, the original list, because
Okay.
I was gonna try to get some more context
There
for
you
you
go.
guys. It's 150 movies.
Okay.
Is the original,
Gotcha.
the 150 best sci-fi movies of all
We're gonna
time.
have to watch this. The Man Who Fell to Earth, David Bowie. Who knew?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Star Trek.
By the way, The Martian comes
Yeah?
in at number 50, just in case you were curious.
Oh.
My God.
Are you okay?
Listener, there was some lightning. Ashley got a little spooked.
Yeah, you had a break in your
And Ashley getting spooked. Spooked Anna. Godzilla comes in at 37?
That's some bullshit. The Martian is at 50.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry BS on that.
Okay, Edge of Tomorrow, 2014. Yes, that one. Arrival, there we are. The Man Who Fell to Earth, 1976. The Day the Earth Stood Still, 1951.
Oh, they're going with the older
They
one.
went with
Okay.
the original. Okay, number 11 is Starship Troopers.
I've seen that one. It scared the crap out of me.
It's,
Really?
That
Isn't
does
that
not
so-
belong that high. That does not belong that
I've
high.
heard that it's a funny one.
It is.
It's
They
the
fight
bug. It's the
bugs.
bug aliens.
Yes.
They
Listen,
look-
wait, hang on. I'm going to pause you right there.
I'm gonna tell you right
With
now,
this-
The Martian beats that movie
Hang on.
any day.
Will that movie bother me? Because you know how I feel.
I think it would bother you.
Yes.
You think it really
It
would?
looks like some mutant spiders.
It's pretty gory.
Well, okay. Because things that bother me are like when that one guy gets eaten by the fire ants in the
You'll
Indiana
hate it.
Jones.
You'll-
And those guys that get killed by the bugs in King Kong.
And the guy.
King Kong.
I don't even listen. I'm not even. I want you to know. I just completely disassociated, so I wouldn't have to think about it. The guy who gets multiple guys who get killed by the bugs in the Mummy.
Oh yeah, those are terrible.
No, the one that got in King Kong. Is that what you guys?
No,
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
fucking God! I literally I'm trying to dissociate over here. I'm trying. Listen,
Evan kills-
don't show me.
Evan kills over to dead face just to block it all out.
Aliens in Starship Trooper look
I
like.
can deal with that. Listen, in
Let me
King
see.
Kong, it's less about the giant locust. It's less about the locust, and it's more about that like
Wormy
horrible
thing.
worm thing that
Ew.
came out of the water
It just, like, goes
and
with that
killed
guy's head.
and killed Gaul. Why would you say that? That I saw that movie when I was like 12, I think. Whenever that came out,
Gosh, I don't know.
something maybe like that.
I'll believe you.
It scarred me for life. I saw a list. I think it was, I don't know if it was on Reddit or Facebook or whatever, and the people had asked, "What's a movie scene that is stuck with you forever, but isn't in a horror movie?" Right? Because yeah, a lot of horror movies are probably gonna have things that scar you for life.
Absolutely.
And I think it was like the second comment was that scene in King Kong, because they're like, it's King Kong.
Yeah,
My parents bring me to this movie. I'm 9.
No
This is
one
the
knew
person
that was
comment.
in there.
They're like, my parents bring this movie. They're like, I've seen King Kong. I've seen black and white King Kong or the 70s
Right.
King Kong with what's her
No,
face, isn't it? Help me.
Oh, Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange.
He fights a T-Rex. It's all good.
Right.
He wins.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Farm, no harm, no foul.
No.
No. The girl is. You think it is fine.
Horrifying.
Even that scene bothered Olivia, who is, as
That whole movie.
as you know, creepy kid, loves all the scary stuff.
No.
As a kid, and even that bothered her.
They show up to the island in that, and there's like the natives or whatever.
the natives are
and in like the black and white and
terrifying.
whatever, like they're just kind of talking and they leave, and they go and they kidnap the girl, and
Sure.
we're gonna sacrifice their King Kong. In that, they're there for like 5 seconds. They throw a spear through a guy's
Killed
chest.
the guy. Yeah.
I vividly remember being like completely like shook Like, 10, 11, 12-year-old Abby's like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't King Kong. Now, I will say, just recently, when I was sick, when I was very ill recently, and I'd taken a sick day, I watched the original 1930s King Kong.
Oh.
And let me tell you something. If that movie was made today, shot for shot, it'd probably have a pretty rough rating. Like, it'd probably be like an R rating. Because the stuff watching it then, right? It's either stop motion, it's obviously, the effects are not, what they are today. But if you were doing it shot for shot with more realistic effects that you could do today, so the part, it didn't really bother me as a kid, but he picks up the log and he shakes and everybody falls off, right? Mm-hmm. You watch them fall up and then they show the body and hits the ground because it's just like a dummy that they threw off. But I'm like, oh my god! Like, if they were to make that today, and you don't see the person hit the ground. That's like a no-no.
Mm-hmm. That's hilarious.
So anyway, but yeah, no, spear.
Movies that scar you, or things that scar you. That's where I got my alien addiction.
Alien
addiction.
I thought she was gonna say she says alien a dick, and then she doesn't continue. And I'm like,
no
alien dick for Ash.
my alien phobia.
There you go.
Yeah, but Arrival's good. That has aliens.
Good.
Okay, so Starship Troopers. But I've heard that it's funny.
I disagree
I've heard
with
it's
that.
funny.
That's
but I
too
don't know.
high. Way too high.
Okay, number 10 is The Matrix.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
movie.
Seen.
Very
Scratched
good.
off my list.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Star Wars.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sci-fi.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely belongs in the top 10.
I think so.
Yeah. Agreed.
Number 8 is Metropolis.
What?
Is it like Superman?
No, I know. Now, we briefly talked about this because remember I brought over that book that I have. That is the book's called Cinemaps.
It's a great book.
And this
What year is
guy-
this from?
1947.
1927.
Oh,
This guy illustrated maps mapping the story of these movies. And I remember asking, I think Missy got me this book. And I remember asking for it because they had like The Lord of the Rings, The Wizard of Oz, but then there was like Shaun of the Dead, and I'm like, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I'm like, these are all like iconic movies for us. This Fargo was in that, and I think that's actually what spurred us to watch Fargo because
It did.
in there was only like 2 or 3 movies we hadn't seen that were in there. Fargo was one of them, and Metropolis, this movie, is another one. So it's an iconic movie apparently.
You want to hear about it?
Well, I can tell you.
I did the Google.
Sure, hit me with it.
It was worth the Google.
Hit me.
1927 German expressionist science fiction silent film.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's 1927.
Yeah, this is. And it stars all these German people. I'm not gonna try to. No snubs to the Germans. I'm just not gonna try to pronounce it.
No.
I'm gonna butcher it.
Fritz Lang is
It's
the
regarded as
he's the
It's
director.
a pioneering science fiction film, being among the first feature-length ones of this genre. Filming took place over 17 months, cost more than 5 million Reichsmarks, equivalent to 25 million.
You know that 5 million Reichsmarks is my
That's my limit. I'm trying to. Okay, here we go. It's set in a futuristic urban dystopia and follows the attempts of Freder, the wealthy son of the city master, and Maria, a saintly figure who works to overcome the vast gulf separating the classes in the city to bring the workers together.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Is it
I will say,
Pure? Is that the
Fear?
word that you were trying to pronounce?
It's Feder.
Feder.
Fetter.
Feder.
Okay.
Well, that's number 8. So I haven't seen that one.
Critics found it visually beautiful and powerful.
It's on a lot of movie lists, so it doesn't surprise me that it's made this one.
I cannot judge. I have not seen it.
Number 7 is Children of Men, 2006.
You heard of that?
Never seen it. Never heard of it. As you can tell, I don't watch a lot of sci-fi movies.
You can praise Alfonso Cuarón's dystopian nightmare for so many reasons, but mostly Children of Men should be celebrated as one of the best pieces of speculative fiction of the 21st century. Yes, at times it's a relentingly grim film. Do you mean unrelentingly grim
Who knows?
film? Who's writing these?
I don't know.
Anyway, that revolves around the future characterized by nonstop terrorism, totalitarian rule, and mass infertility, where it seems like any glimmer of optimism is a fool's game, but it also allows that spell of darkness to break in tiny ways. This sounds terrible.
Yeah. People, of course, they blame it on the women, but it says they haven't been able to reproduce for 18 years. They don't know the reason. Unknown reason. So
Clearly, it's the women's
it's
fault.
clearly the women's fault. Britain is the only remaining civilized society
Of course.
on the planet.
Oh, Britain. All right.
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
number
I've never seen that
6.
one. Never seen that one.
Never seen that one. Number 6, Under the Skin.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Call it A Man Who Fell to Earth for Millennials. Jonathan Glazer's cryptic tale of an extraterrestrial femme fatale, Scarlett Johansson, in what is still a career best performance, who lures unsuspecting dudes to their death, and then accidentally discovers she has more in common with the species than she thought, is, in the truest sense of the word, awesome. So that's that one.
I haven't seen that one either.
I haven't seen that one.
Nope.
2013.
I feel like I've seen a lot of sci-fi movies, and now I'm like, nope.
Well,
no,
we
nope,
just
I
said
haven't seen that one.
Martian is in the 50s.
Yeah.
Godzilla. Listen, I know. Listen, we talk a lot of shit on Godzilla. Okay,
We don't usually.
I do. It's a little goofy sometimes.
Well, sure.
Okay, but the original 1954 is a very serious movie. It is not a jokey like.
It's true.
It's very serious. That's a good movie. And at 37, go fuck yourself. All right, number 5 is Alien.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
No.
Excellent movie.
I like Alien.
I actually like the second one better, personally, but...
Whoa, that was even worse.
Oh.
Trapped in the room.
It's so good.
She's got this suit. Fucking.
Yep.
I almost said Winona Ryder. It's Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
In the fucking
She's so
thing.
badass. Yeah.
Awesome.
No.
All right, number 4 is Blade Runner. The original
Okay.
Blade
Too
Runner.
high.
Obviously,
I think
it's,
that's way too
it's of course it's going to
I mean,
be
I've
on
seen
here.
that movie, but I just didn't...
I've also seen it. I didn't care for
It
it.
was to one
I don't know.
side.
I didn't...
I feel like if you say that you don't like it, they're like, you just didn't get it. No, I fucking watched the whole
got it.
thing.
I got it.
I just didn't. It was so boring. It was slow.
It is ranked too high, period.
Is it better than Star Wars?
No.
Is it better than The Matrix?
Absolutely not.
No. No.
Is it better than The Martian? No.
No.
Period. I've seen both. I haven't even seen the new one. No.
Number 3 is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
That it's so
Oh my
slow. I actually really loved that movie when I was a kid. And I tried.
Really?
Yes, it was so good.
You know when they dragged the girl out of the doggy door?
Well, I mean, no, but you know that part.
Okay,
wasn't
hang
great.
on now. Hold on. So
I
I'm
like the movie.
picturing. I haven't seen this. So I'm picturing the
very
size
slow.
of a doggy door. They pull her through the doggy door really slow.
No, the movie.
Oh,
the
I
movie's
was like,
the pace.
I was like, this sounds really grim.
No.
And now I'm picturing the size of a doggy door and the size of a child.
Yeah, the child is probably like a
Is it like
7-year-old.
is it like a large dog, or is it like a Pomeranian-sized dog? Or is she gonna get like pureed?
It's a normal doggy door.
Oh.
like,
Typical dog.
She fits through it without
Yeah.
dying, is what you're saying.
yeah.
I
but
got really
what it is
concerned.
the aliens like come to the house and like the lights are shining all through things. You keep hearing do 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 like all this entire time,
Sure.
and then she's like, "They're here."
Well, it sounds like she got what she deserved.
She should have shut her.
Her thing is she's like wanting to get out to them. So
Well,
she
go!
goes to the doggy
See
door
that?
and she gets sucked out of the doggy door.
She
Sucked
should
off.
have just shut her. She got sucked off. Yeah. She got sucked off. Lucky bastard.
Listen, if you don't watch the show Ghost,
means she went to heaven.
yeah,
I know.
if you don't watch the cheesy show Ghost like me and Anna
Which is
do,
adorable.
you are not gonna know that sucked off does not mean what you think
It
it
means,
means.
it means you go to
It
heaven.
means you go to heaven.
Yes, it's
Hilarious.
hilarious. Okay, she should have shut her trap for sure, but it turns out that
Also,
her
you
trap for
wasted so
sure.
many mashed potatoes.
oh my god, he made a giant mashed potato tower because he keeps seeing the tower is that, so he has to go there. The movie is good. Okay, if you can sit through it, it's very the pace is very slow. It takes forever to kind of get to it all. But
I believe you.
I liked it. I really liked it. I tried to watch it again as an adult. I was like, you know, I've watched this movie since I was a kid. I couldn't. I was like, I'm too bored.
Yeah.
It was too bored.
It's
Well-
terrifying.
well-
Still terrifying.
I think it's ranked too high.
Well, 2 movies left.
Okay.
Number 2 is Stalker, 1979.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say no.
Now, let me read to you this. There's no telepathy, no ghosts, no flying saucers,
Then this
says
is-
the writer, one of 3 haunted men venturing into the zone. A mysterious, I guess, listener, you don't know that I just did finger
Air
quotes
quotes.
around the zone. But a mysterious realm where the laws of reality bend. No special effects, he might have added, and no action either. At a moment when Hollywood was...
Then how is this ranked at number 2?
I know, I'm like, this
There's
this
nothing
is your
happening.
number 2. It sounds like you're shitting all over
It
this.
doesn't sound like sci-fi.
Adam-
It doesn't know those things.
A terrestrial dirge of heady conversation and meditative quiet, filmed across verdant rural structures and decaying urban corners of Eastern Europe. No, I'm done reading
No.
it. That sounds
Just
terrible.
the description is terrible in itself. So no.
That's your number 2 best
No.
sci-fi movie all time.
Wrong.
And number 1, 2001: A
A
Space Odyssey.
Go fuck
Horrible
yourself.
movie.
Go fuck yourself.
Who made this list? Let's get a name.
Let's get his
We
name.
need a
Let's
name.
get his name.
This guy's making the
If it's
list.
Barry again, I'm gonna laugh.
If it's Barry,
We
let
got-
me tell you
we got
something,
two
Barry.
guys on-
I'm gonna write in.
We got 2 guys on the
Hold
list.
on,
Barry
hold on.
and...
Oh, I see. It's multiple artists.
Okay, well they can go.
Multiple artists, multiple writers. I could name them all.
Multiple
but I won't.
terrible writers.
There's like, I don't know, probably 18, 20 people.
I mean, I think I need to apply to be a writer for Rolling Stone.
I guess they take anybody.
Because honestly, I know I could do a better job.
I will
The
say,
3 of us could make a list, and it would be better.
I will
than
say that the
list.
person who put 2001: Space Odyssey at number 1, or at least wrote the synopsis of it, is David Fear.
Well, David fear.
David should fear
You
us.
Should be fearing Ryan. David. I'm putting
David
it-
should fear us.
David made the list.
And
you know.
I mean, okay, coming from, I've seen Close Encounters of Their Kind.
I'm a-
Because it was one of my parents' favorite movies, and before the time of, like,
I gotta say, when it came out, I mean, it was huge.
well, like, it was before the time of, like, DVD, like, people, it was on TV.
Mhm.
And whenever it was on TV, like, it was a big deal. Like, oh my god, this movie's on tonight. Let's watch it. I haven't seen this in forever.
Right, because you couldn't just pump a movie in whenever you wanted.
Yeah. So my mom and dad would watch it whenever it was on, and I, being terrified of aliens,
Oh, no.
very much like remember
Because there's
all
some
of
scary.
that movie.
There's some scary parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things. I'm like, I think it is a good movie. It was
It
very
is.
well known.
It was a good movie.
I
It
just
is-
don't
it still
think
is a good
it's
movie.
that high up.
Yeah, I agree. I would put there are
Yeah.
things I enjoyed more.
I can say I
Let's put
can
it that
see
way.
it in the top 10. I just can't
Sure.
see
Yeah,
it in the
and,
top
and
3.
it's
like, top
absolutely an
5.
iconic movie. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand that. But man, there's just stuff I enjoy more. Let's put it that way.
no, that's
I think it's better. Honestly, I think it's better than 2001: A Space Odyssey.
100%. The listeners already know how I feel about
We are,
2001:
yeah,
A
we're-
Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
They also know that I'd rather watch that than Old Boy, though.
Oh boy.
Don't
That's true.
fucking
That's true.
talk to me.
All right.
All right. Well, we've got a Zodiac. I've heard back since we did it the one time, ironically also on movies, and apparently it was well received by 2 people that I talked to. So we're gonna do it again, but we'll start with Aquarius this time. We're doing your Godzilla kaiju monster based on your zodiac sign.
There you go.
Now you know. Okay, Aquarius. That's where we're starting.
Okay.
January 20th, February 18th. Jet Jaguar. You're a Jet Jaguar. You're
Jet
the
Jaguar.
you're the robot guy.
You're super cool.
You're very cool. Oh god. You're the Ultraman ripoff.
It's true. It's true. And who came up with the name Jet Jaguar?
It was a write-in. They
It could have
said,
been Bodie McBoatface. Okay, I get it.
well, no. They said, man, we gotta cash in on this Ultraman thing, but we can't use Ultraman.
Can't use
That's
Ultraman.
copyrighted.
Sure, you're gonna make our own guy.
So they said, hey, people who watch Godzilla movies,
sure.
children, adults, design a monster, send it in.
oh, so
and
you can
we'll
send in a drawing and
a name, and then we'll pick one, and it'll be the next Godzilla movie.
Okay.
Because
I
they
didn't know
knew
this.
some kid was gonna just draw Ultraman. And they would be like, it's not Ultraman, this is the kid that won.
This is
It's
Jet
Jet Jaguar. This is Jet Jaguar.
Let me see him. Show him to me. Do you have a picture of him? We gotta post this picture of Jet Jaguar. Oh my god. That's what a kid drew. Fantastic.
I'm sure that it didn't look exactly
I'm sure
like
it might
this.
be modified.
But no, yeah, Jet Jaguar. And they're like,
Fantastic.
it's not Ultraman. He's a normal sized person. We made him. Then
He
he
grows.
grows really
Really
big.
big.
And he fights with Godzilla. This is during Godzilla's
campy era.
Goofy.
Right?
Kinda
He's
goofy
basically a
area.
superhero at these points.
Yeah.
He's in the movie that he comes sliding in on his tail with a double
It's
feet
definitely
kick.
the Goofy era.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's good.
definitely.
It's great. It's
But
one of the best
fantastic.
ones.
It's fantastic. I love that a kid drew, or somebody
Oh,
drew
no, it was
that.
a kid.
It was a kid and named
Because
that.
they knew that
That
some
makes
kid
it so much better.
they knew that some kid was gonna just draw Ultraman because they liked Ultraman too.
This is an original
and
drawing. There you
and
go.
exactly, so they didn't have to worry about it.
Geniuses.
Brilliant.
That's hilarious.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
February 19th to March 20th. You're Pisces. You know. But you're
In case you
Manila.
didn't know,
Yeah,
you're
in case
Pisces.
you didn't know. You're Manila. If you don't know who Manila is, that's Baby Godzilla.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
Baby
realize
Godzilla. A little
that's
picture for you.
Manila.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got a name, but nobody
didn't
calls
realize
him.
that.
Listener, this is post editing, Abby. I go on to say later that I hope I didn't edit this after I put down what each zodiac sign, Godzilla was, and went back to look at the picture, and I did edit it. Pisces, you're actually Biollante. You're not Baby Godzilla. You're a cool plant monster. So congrats. Aries, March 21st, April 19th. You're King Ghidorah, King Ghidra, if you will.
Ooh.
Yep.
Damn, that's a badass.
I tried to use pictures for this across various eras of Godzilla, right? So we've got, this is like
Oh,
new
so good.
Ghidorah.
Man, that's a badass.
Yeah, I know.
monster
Man,
right
King of
there.
the Monsters is
Gee
everything.
whiz.
Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Now, I put this together before I found out that my nephew is obsessed with Mothra. Otherwise, I would have probably made
She would have
Taurus.
manipulated those systems.
Taurus. I would have probably made Mothra, but they're not Mothra. You're Anguirus. You're actually the first monster Godzilla's ever fought.
Yeah, kind of dinosaur looking spiky guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, little four-legged guy.
Right.
Love him.
But the spikes go the opposite way.
Yeah, they-
Like a hedgehog, they go backwards.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
This one, they go forwards towards the head.
It's true.
Correct.
Gemini, May 21st to June 21st. This is Sam. Sam's a Gemini. Rodan.
Ooh.
I use new
yeah,
Rodan
yeah,
because
yeah.
new Rodan is awesome.
Old Rodan is
is
ridiculous.
lame. Old Rodan is on a string.
He's on a string, just bouncing around. But
New Rodan is scary.
He is scary. He's
awesome.
He is
just burned everywhere.
all the time. And then he's got this most snarkiest smirk.
Amazing. He's got a
Unbelievably
personality.
Fantastic.
Cancer, June 22nd, July 22nd. That's Pops.
Yep.
That's good old Pops there. Mechagodzilla.
Oh,
I went with this version of Mechagodzilla.
There you go.
Not the newest one, who was defeated by coffee. I hate it. Anyway, Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. That's your sister, Missy, is a Leo. They're Godzilla. Congratulations.
Oh,
You're
classic,
Godzilla.
Classic Godzilla.
Yep. Well, I went with -1 for the picture.
So just Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Period. Godzilla period.
You're
Yeah.
Godzilla.
I'm jealous.
Yep. Virgo. I think I picked a good one. Don't worry. Listen, some of these, I did try to, I looked up basic things about Zodiac stuff, and then I said, that's probably close enough. And I picked who I wanted.
Do what I want.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. You're Geigen. You're this guy with a buzzsaw on the chest. He's pretty cool. All right.
He's
I
got-
went with mostly cool ones.
Blades for hands.
I went with mostly cool
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
All right, Libra, September 23rd to October 23rd. You're Mothra.
Oh,
Congrats. You're not Worm Mothra, Butterfly Mothra.
Mothra is the best.
Mothra is the best. God, we missed her.
Yep.
We love her. Scorpio, October 24th to November 21st. You're Space Godzilla.
Oh, Space
Godzilla. You got cool little crystal thing
Nice.
shoulder pads.
Look at there.
Be awesome. Yeah. Sagittarius.
Ooh, here
This
we
is
are.
you.
That's me.
November 22nd to December 21st. You're King Kong.
King Kong. Okay.
See, I knew she'd
I'll
be
take it.
happy
I'll
with
take
King
it.
Kong.
I like it.
All right, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. This is for the real ones in the room.
That's
Me and Ash. We're Destroya. Let's go. Let's go.
Destroya.
Destroya.
Actually killed Godzilla.
He's the only one that's ever actually killed Godzilla. Fuck yeah.
That checks out. All right.
All right, well, there's your Zodiac. We'll post the picture.
Excellent.
Hell yeah. Hopefully I didn't update it since I saved that picture. I apologize for nothing. All right, Anna,
All right,
hit
hit
us
me. Here we
with
go.
the skinny scoop poop.
I seem to stumble upon these stories that happened in Wisconsin, and I'm like, let's just go with it. It seems to be working.
Wisconsin man is becoming the new Florida man.
Is that right? Legit? I believe it. Because I'm finding a lot of stories that happen in
We're starting it. We're starting it.
So, I was thinking, feeling sick, and man, I took a lot of medicine the last couple of weeks. I took so much allergy medicine. So I was like, man, maybe it's time to try the medicinal weed. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's time.
Is it time?
Maybe it's time.
She said, you know what'll fix this cough? Smoking.
I did not try the medicinal weed, just so you know. I will never smoke it.
Take a gummy.
It's true.
That's true.
That's true. But I didn't have any.
She needs it once they make it. Once they start to make weed infused Werther's Originals, it's over.
Oh, I'm in then. There you
Then
go.
she's in. She needs a slow release hard
I
candy.
I don't go anywhere
they
without.
do make weed hard candy.
Oh, I'm
Well, there
sure
you
they do.
go.
So
There you go.
I don't go anywhere without that Werther's Original because I don't like cough drops.
It's like candy.
There is a person in Madison, Wisconsin,
Oh.
who turns out was using the Wisconsin State Capitol grounds to grow their weed.
Entrepreneur.
They plant in the tulip garden outside the Capitol.
this is very Parks and Rec. Who planted it in the community garden?
Oh my
Right.
God, this is like a Parks and
Right.
Rec skit.
It is. This person told the Associated Press in an email on Friday that the workers had removed the plants, but that her agency could not determine who had planted it. They didn't know who had put it there.
No one's ratting anyone out on that one.
Oh my gosh, right? That's literally the gist of the story. Somebody
That's it.
planted it. They found it and they were like, nope.
I thought you were gonna say that they
Fold it up.
hadn't confirmed whether or not they had smoked it afterwards. I thought
Oh
that's where
no!
They
No.
they
What
had
did is
removed
they
it.
They didn't cut it down right away. They waited until it was harvestable.
Marijuana remains illegal in Wisconsin, but it doesn't say what they did with it.
We did the only thing that we could do to make sure it was gone and nobody could profit off this.
burn
We
it all.
burned it.
Yeah, I mean, they asked.
Community bonfire.
They asked the spokesperson for the Capitol, could it just be an accident? Could it just They're like, no, there was so much. There was so much planted that this was definitely intentional. Anyway,
I really wasn't a Bill Nye the Science Guy kid. I don't know that I've ever actually seen one of those all the way through.
That was every.
Do you not know who
you
Bill Nye the
know
Science?
exactly
I'm
what
like,
the
this is
science
really
guy
confused.
is.
You knew it was a good day in science class when Bill Nye was on TV.
Dog, I
I'm
didn't have
like,
a
we're
single-
gonna watch some fun experiments. We're probably gonna do some fun experiments.
have a single-
afterwards.
We didn't
I
have
wish
it.
we would have filmed that. Her entire body got into that. We're probably gonna do some experiments.
I can honestly say that
I don't think our teacher
growing up,
ever
I didn't have
said
a
you built
single science class day that we watched. Now, you know what we did watch? Watch the eyewitness videos.
Yep.
Oh, I love those too.
Fantastic.
That was also I stopped watching those when we got into high school, and I was really mad. I was like, I still want to learn that. Like, I still want to watch.
You can
these
check them
things.
out from the library.
Okay, yes.
On
but
VHS.
It wasn't at VHS.
Back in the day.
Yes, I couldn't do that at my library.
Why not?
Because one, I lived in unincorporated Belleville, so I didn't have a library.
She
card.
couldn't.
Then also at our schools, they don't rent out DVD like Blu-rays.
Well,
or
no, I mean,
VHSs.
Your
It was
mom
a
has to
different
teach
time.
her, and then you can just go borrow them whenever you want.
true. Well, here's the thing. We may have talked about. I don't know if we talked about this on the same episode we talked about Shelley Duvall. This came up, but I remember that same day having this conversation with Sam and you and whatnot, and it was like, if somebody can find me the full collection of Eyewitness, all of those on DVD, I don't think it exists. But if you ever find it,
would cost you
a
pretty penny.
yes. Oh, absolutely. I'm in. Okay, that is like.
Save up.
Legally, you know this because you work at a bank. I have to take off a week unbroken.
It's true. You have to take
Once a year.
days. Once a year.
You ain't gonna see me. That's it. That's the week I'm taking.
Days a week of
Look
watching
at
all the eyewitness.
Reptiles, deserts, sand, no shit.
Sand.
Medieval, space, whatever. They're going in one after another. You won't see me for days.
No.
You're gonna come in, dark circles under my eyes, just the glow of Eyewitness Museum. and the bird flying through, lighting me. I haven't eaten in days. That's how you'll find me.
This is Abby's dream. Abby's dream vacation.
They have each individual one on Amazon. They don't have a whole set.
Come
They
on!
do have each individual DVD.
How
on
much per
Amazon.
DVD?
About $10, $11 per DVD.
And how many DVDs are there?
So many.
So many. Yeah. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a lot.
Evidently, the reptile one is $22.99.
Damn it!
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's why.
That's a good
Oh, you
one.
might be able to watch them all on National Geographic.
You don't gasp for that. You don't gasp for that. You're just not a gasper.
Here's the thing.
You should see Abby's face. She's so
Everybody
excited.
calm down.
She
Everyone-
will pass out. She's so she can't breathe. She's all for clips.
I hope J Dog listens to this. Finds out.
I'm gonna turn the fan back on.
Oh my god. No. Listen, the VHSs were the best because you'd watch the whole thing like I would multiple times.
of
I checked
course.
those out. I
Many
probably wore
times.
out those probably.
Yeah.
That's why the library don't keep the VHS no more. I wore those suckers out.
Yeah.
You'd watch it, the credits would roll, and I would let the credits roll because they do 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 do. We're gonna play the song again. I'm like, fucking throwing it back in my room on my with my
Your tiny TV,
TV
with the,
with the
little
built-in VHS player, and I'm throwing it back to the Eyewitness theme song.
They don't have it on National Geographic. They have the World War II ones. On
They have Eyewitness World War II ones?
Yeah.
Where's that
see?
thing? I didn't even know.
Hold on, listen. This is too much for me. My
This-
whole heart
Abby-
can't
Abby
take
is
it.
so
This
excited.
is too
You know,
much.
and we're gonna have to do a thing. Do the thing.
What a thing.
Do the thing where you talk about. Ash did it with her company, and you
Our
talk
strengths.
about your strengths and
The
whatever.
Clifton, Don Clifton.
We
Gala
have this written
Strength
down to
Test.
do
we have to
personality
discuss
tests.
this because you and I are so similar right now because we're so excited.
YouTube. People have put all of the
Well, but-
episodes on YouTube.
I
so
want to
I know, but
Save
it's
your money, man. You can
right
watch it
now.
anytime you
put
want.
them up on the mantle.
No.
Could you imagine? We have that shelf above the TV. Gone. Everything that's up there,
Everything off
gone.
Eyewitness video.
Skeletor can stay. Eyewitness DVDs, Godzilla, the little that book that's got the art stuff, and then it has the discs
That's
above.
it.
That's it. That's all that needs to be up
All the
there.
rest
What
of
else is
stuff
up
is
there?
crap.
Lord of the Rings, guys.
Gone.
Lame. Gone.
No.
Get the boot.
I think your wife is going to nix that.
Yep.
She's doing really a lot of research. She's doing the Lord's work right now, looking this up.
She is. She
Oh,
is.
I said
It's
this.
hard for her to come up with gift ideas for you. I can get you
I just
one.
wrote it. I just wrote it in my
one
notes
freaking-
app. These are good gift ideas. Legit.
per year.
She is.
They're only $10. You're gonna be like, okay, listen. You're gonna go to your mom. This is what I have. These are the gift ideas. You guys are gonna be coordinating.
Yep.
Are you getting reptiles? Okay, I'm gonna get medieval. You get the monsters one, and I'll get desert. You got World War II. That one's on the streaming, so we can probably skip that one for now.
There you
That's.
go. We'll
I
There's
go.
couldn't-
also a Bible one. It goes with a different accent.
I'll take it.
Let's wrap it up. I don't know about you guys, but after this, I'm gonna need some serious beef.
Maybe some serious eyewitness.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.